Chelsea issued a brief statement confirming the departure of Enzo Maresca. The Italian's reign as Blues boss was in doubt after he blasted the brass for not supporting him after last month's victory over Everton. Sign up for the Chelsea newsletter. Thank you. Enzo Maresca has been relieved of his duties as Chelsea manager. Credit. Getty. The Italian has left Stamford Bridge following the breakdown of his relationship with the Blues brassCredit. Getty. Maresca's relationship with Todd Boehly and Company further deteriorated over the last few weeks, so much so that the Blues brass have opted to move on to pastures new. And they confirmed the former Leicester City boss's exit from Stamford Bridge in a 99-word statement. It read, Chelsea Football Club and head coach Enzo Maresca have parted company. During his time at the club, Enzo led the team to success in the UEFA Conference League and the FIFA Club World Cup. Read more on Chelsea. Those achievements will remain an important part of the club's recent history, and we thank him for his contributions to the club. With key objectives still to play for across 4 competitions including qualification for Champions League football, Enzo and the club believe a change gives the team the best chance of getting the season back on track. We wish Enzo well for the future. Maresca has yet to break his silence on his Stamford Bridge departure. Most read in football. Sun Vegas welcome offer. Get £50 bonus when you join. Potential replacements for Maresca. Here is a look at the potential candidates to replace Enzo Maresca in Chelsea's dugout. Liam Rossinier. Liam Rossinier, like Maresca, would arrive at Chelsea without any Premier League managerial experience. He is currently impressing at Strasbourg in Ligue 1 with the French side battling for a European spot. Rossinier would be a fairly simple hire for the Blues, considering Clearlake also own the Alsace outfit. Cesc Fabregas. The former Chelsea midfielder has built himself a solid reputation in the dugout since taking charge of Como 1907. The Spaniard led the club to promotion from Serie B to the top flight of Italian football for the first time in 21 years. Cesc Fabregas now has Como pushing for European qualification, and he is viewed as one of the most promising managers in the top leagues. Xavi. Xavi has been out of football management since being sacked by Barcelona in 2024. However, he is still highly regarded, having led the La Liga giants to a league and Spanish Super Cup double in 2023 despite financial constraints. Chelsea would be free to talk to Xavi over a deal and there would be no compensation to be paid. Oliver Glasner. Oliver Glasner has been one of the most impressive managers in the Premier League since his arrival at Crystal Palace in 2024. He has led the Eagles to FA Cup and Community Shield glory in his short time in South London. The Austrian has previously been tipped for the top job at Manchester United should Ruben Amorim be sacked. Marco Silva. A move for Marco Silva could prove difficult due to the Portuguese boss currently in charge of West London rivals Fulham. The former Hull City and Everton manager has brought the Cottagers back to the Prem and helped solidify their spot. Silva has long been backed for a chance at a top job and Chelsea could represent a decent opportunity. Andoni Iraola. Bournemouth have just dealt with a summer of losing some of their best players like Dean Huijsen and Ilya Zabarny. They could now face the prospect of seeing their Basque boss walk out on the club if Chelsea come calling. Andoni Iraola led the Cherries to a 9th-place finish in his first season in the Prem and earned plenty of plaudits in doing so. John Terry. Now, John Terry does not have any managerial experience but would certainly be the romantic choice. Chelsea have previously given chances to Frank Lampard in the dugout and could opt to do the same with Terry. Terry has some experience in coaching, having previously held assistant roles at Aston Villa and Leicester City. Bonus, the special one. If they get desperate, there is also the option of making a move for the old reliable José Mourinho. The iconic manager is currently leading Benfica in his homeland but could be tempted by a third stint in charge of the Blues. He previously won 3 Prem titles, 3 League Cups and an FA Cup during his previous 2 spells in charge. Several names are in the frame to replace the recently departed Maresca. Crystal Palace gaffer Oliver Glasner is a leading contender to fill the void in the Stamford Bridge dugout. Former Barcelona manager Xavi Hernandez is also in the frame, as well as Fulham boss Marco Silva. But the frontrunner to land the job is former Premier League star Liam Rosenior. The former Fulham and Hull defender is currently in charge of the West Londoners' sister club Strasbourg. Enzo Maresca leaves Stamford Bridge having won the Conference League and Club World Cup credit. Getty. Rosenior is the frontrunner to replace Maresca credit. Rex. The 41-year-old took charge of the League One side in July 2024 and guided them to a 7th-placed finish and the last 16 of the Coupe de France. The Blue and Whites are currently 7th in the League One table, having won 7 of their 16 matches. Sunsport understands Rosenior could be confirmed as the Blues' new boss before their trip to the Etihad on Sunday to play Manchester City.